Speaking of a strong cast, how about Call Me by Your Name, dude?
Fucking gang, dog. Love that show. Love that movie.
So I've seen probably about 2/3, maybe close to 2/3 of the Oscar nominated movies for this season. I've had different reactions leaving a lot of them. This one, I think I had the most like thoughtful time leaving the theater. I kind of left in like a bit of a daze, just like really lost my own thoughts. Um, I like had to take a second before I started driving just to like refocus, like take a deep breath after leaving. It was a really awesome story. You described it on our year end uh 2017 movie the top 10 list. That's like the longest description of that pod name ever. As a gay story without the self-loathing, which is a perfect description of it. And I would almost say just this movie is more about an exploration of self more than anything. Um, and unashamed like feelings. Even though I think the points that are the most uh, unashamed or the moments that come from the unashamed moments are moments that come from immense shame and doubt in oneself. It was just a really brilliant movie. And, I don't know what's going to win Best Adapted Screenplay, but if this one won, I would not hate it. Fucking the end where Michael Stolberg is talking with Elio, Timothy Chalamet, and that speech he gives him about like losing piece of yourself has been like sitting with me legit since I saw it. It's just it's a striking movie. Jump off from that.
Yeah, if Stolberg had a bigger role in the movie, he would have got a Best Supporting Actor nomination because that speech is, that's the awards reel, that's the moneymaker. And I think that speech is actually really important to the movie because it kind of, I won't say dumbs down, but it kind of like spells out what the movie means if you hadn't picked up on it.
Right.
From, everything before the speech happens, so it kind of, Amanda Dobbins described it as like, there's the people that like Call Me By Your Name and the people that liked it once they had heard the speech.
Right.
Which I think is a really interesting way to think about how people process a movie.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's I think it's just the intimacy of the story is so it's just so endearing, has such a tender touch to it. I mean, the location shooting in Italy, obviously Luca Guadagnino, that's is where he's from. But it really shows and it really stands out that the movie has its own visual palette, and it just really, I mean, the location, that house, everything just really fits together. And I mean, Chalamet, he's the youngest Best Actor nominee since fucking Mickey Rooney, man. It's well deserved.
Yeah, that's a fucking crazy stat. It's like Boogie Cousins being the first person to put up a 40, 20, 10, 4, 1 stat line since Chamberlain. It's like that's just insane, dude. I think the moments that stick with me the most are just like these simple ones, like Armie Hammer dancing on the dance floor and Timothy Chalamet being so like not wanting to, and then finally going out there and just like losing themselves in music. Like them running around the streets of where did they go? Like Rome, was it before they?
Yeah, out of town. Where I forgot where they got. Yeah. Was it France?
It might have been France. I don't remember. Like just so many like little moments like that, and just like the subtleness of the story, like the way it came together, where they hated each other, like slowly warmed up to each other, like tested each other in different ways. Just it blew me away, to be honest. And the more I've sat with it, the more I've appreciated parts of it.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a movie that you can think about it forever.
Amira Kazar as Mrs. Perlman too was just wonderful, and like she, I think, has almost a more subtle performance than anyone else in the movie. And I left feeling like wanting to know more about like how her and Michael Stolberg's character felt. Like I want to know more about their perspective and their realization, but it's almost like better that we don't find that out. Keep it about the story. That scene at the end though, where he's just staring into the fire as the credits roll, fucking moving, dude.
So I don't think I caught this when I watched it, but he looks at the camera at the very end. I've seen it in GIF form, and the way it's described is like it's like the 5 stages of grief. Like you see like every emotion that
Right.
Elio's feeling when he looks at the camera. Like it's fucking amazing. And so even though Chalamet isn't the front runner for Best Actor, obviously Oldman's won all the other awards so far. I have no doubt that this performance will resonate much longer than Oldman's Churchill.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking Oscar noms here in a second. I'm so fucking tired of people playing historical actors and winning these categories. I mean, I understand it, and I get there's a technical piece to it that I think is hard to compare to a fictional character. But with a fictional character, you're really creating this person. Um, with a historical character, you're either giving your twist or you're mimicking, which is there's a difficulty to both. But like, I feel like with what Chalamet did, and I haven't seen the Oldman movie yet, Darkest Hour. I can't imagine a performance sitting with me longer than Chalamet. And I don't think Winston Churchill's going to do that for me. I don't know.
Right.
Does he do it for you?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want. I mean, and also to Oldman's credit, Chalamet is doing a character that's in a book. It is an adapted screenplay after all, so it's not totally original. But yeah, no, Oldman's character is just like the whole movie is just a vehicle for his performance for Winston Churchill. That it's just a physical. It's very Lincoln-esque, Daniel Day-Lewis in Lincoln. It's like that. And it's I mean, Meryl Streep won for The Iron Lady, very similar field, and The King's Speech with Colin Firth. These movies, they all have kind of that similar vibe. But I think Darkest Hour in particular, because the cinematography, because the movie takes place indoors, underground a lot, it actually kind of accentuates the performance. But yeah, no, it is interesting just because it's two very conflicting types of performances, as well as two different types of actors: a great actor who's been at it a long time and whose time is here kind of deal, versus the young stud who's going to be the next big thing for 20 years,
Yep.
So it's fascinating.
Also in that final scene, and throughout the movie, the music was great. I mean, they pulled out the psychedelic furs for those dance scenes, which is fucking great.
Did you like the Sufjan Stevens songs?
That's what I was going to say. Sufjan Stevens also getting the Academy nomination for, was it Best Original Score or Best Original Song?
Yep. Saw Mystery of Love. Yep. One of the 2 songs he did for the movie.
Crazy. So, yeah, I thought the music was fantastic. Luca Guadagnino. I want to see more of his stuff now. I think that was the first movie of his I've seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of them are actually in English. I think a lot of them are Italian, from what I know.
He made the last one he made was in 2015. They had Ray Fiennes and Tilda Swinton in it. So I definitely want to check that one out, because I saw this clip of Ray Fiennes dancing in that one, which was way better than Hammer. So definitely gonna check it out.